Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Big Boy Card Collecting. As always, I'm your host, Andrew Davis, and we are doing something kind of fun today where I have four of these, which are 2025 holiday packs by Leaf Metal. Now, I understand it's not really a holiday going on right now, but I guess maybe they got delayed doing something or releasing them. Usually they come around Christmas time. But this case, they came around a few days ago. They dropped down there. And so a little bit of background on this is that what this is, according to this, is that it is one autograph card per pack. So there's one card in here, it's autographed. Obviously, we can see that it's sealed like this. So if you're looking to buy these on the secondhand market, make sure the seal is still there. It's all that. You're going to see when I open it up how the seal is broken. So keep that in mind in 1 second here. And these are about 15 bucks a piece. And if you buy, I think, like 20 of them, it goes down to 14. If you buy like 50 of them, it goes down cheaper. They're still available on leafmetal.com. And so that's kind of the whole thing there with this. But obviously, 15 bucks if you're buying a few of them, it's kind of a fun one. We got four of them to open up. And so obviously, I say we open it up. And as you're going to see, right, I'm trying to open this up. The best way I could do it is that as we open this up, right, you're going to see that this seal, when you break it open and you break it, it's going to pull back. And once you do that, you can't really reseal it this way because the way Leaf Metal has actually designed is that when you break this open, it actually says void on it. So you can see right there. And the reason why I'm showing this purposely, I'm not doing a very good job here, is that the word void is actually here so that this part right here and this part shows when the seal is broken, you can't really reseal it. So there you go right there. So that's kind of the whole thing there. And what we have here is we have Martin D. Nemo auto right there. So on the front of this card is an authentic autograph of Martin D. Nemo or Nemo. I'm not exactly sure who he is. He might be a pickleball player. I think he is. It's kind of cool though. So obviously we got this right here. We could see the background is, that whole holiday thing right there. So pretty cool right there. So I think he's that. It looks like he's a pickleball player. So pretty cool. All these have autographs, by the way, in them. So there we go. There we go. So enough about that. Obviously, we're on the next round here of this one. And apparently these are really hard to open up. So as you could see, this might be a better example. It says void on it. And the way it is right there, it says void right there. So pretty much that's how you know it's been opened, is if you get something like this and it's not really sealed up well and it doesn't have that silver thing on there, that's how you know that this is the problem. So then we have Malcolm Simmons. So happy holidays, Malcolm Simmons here. So obviously he's a football player. Again, I don't know much about him per se, but obviously football player. I think it's kind of cool. Again, it's interesting. Again, these are like $15 cards, right? So this one's cool. So I actually like this one a lot because unlike this is a really clean auto, by the way. This is just a beautiful autograph. I don't know much about him. Obviously, it's hard to do this in real time because these are all random. But this is a clean autograph, right? This autograph is a little bit more sloppy, but it does have his number 11 on it, which is his jersey number. So that's cool right there. So again, both those autographs, in my opinion, are unique and kind of fun in that way. But it's just that is that they're different autographs. And I don't know which one's worth more, to be honest. But again, it's 15 bucks for this stuff. And this is the other one. Then we have Grayson Barnes. So again, obviously this is an interesting one. I don't know much about him either. I don't even know where he's from because it's hard to tell who he is. But happy holidays, Grayson Barnes. Obviously, he's a football player. Definitely more in my jam, to be honest. But definitely sports related. So that's cool right there. I like that one. Obviously, it's not as cool as the Malcolm Simmons who has his number on there. It would have been really cool if there's like an 81 on this. But I do like this one. And I'm not exactly sure how these cards are assembled. Where it's almost like this right here. And I'm not going to start taking this stuff out. It's almost like this is almost cut out here. So it's almost not like a sticker. So I'm not exactly sure how they built these cards. I don't think that these are stickers. So that's interesting. And then this is the last one, guys. And then I'm going to talk about this a little bit because I think this stuff is pretty cool. I might even buy some more of it. Because I think it's fun, right? I think this type of stuff is fun. It's pretty cool right there. And then we have another football player here. We have Mario Anderson Jr. So this is cool. I like this autograph a little bit. Um, Obviously, another football player here. Again, I don't know these players. They might be in college, they might be freshmen. It's interesting, but it's $15, right? So Mario Anderson Jr. So pretty cool right there. Again, three football players. I think a pickleball player. I like it. Again, this was $60 for these four. As I stated before, these are $15. They're still available, and you are guaranteed an autograph, an authentic autograph at that. By Leaf Metal. Obviously, they're on this. I don't think none of these are numbered, from my understanding. It's kind of that whole happy holiday stuff. I'm looking at right now. Actually, it is a sticker. It is a sticker. So I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to find some light here. These are stickers. So I do stand corrected. It's just that you got to really shine it in the light. So it's actually pretty cool in that regard. But again, $15 for an auto and a random pack. It's a nice little thing. I mean, obviously it's pretty cool. I wish they actually came out sooner, right? Because this would have been perfect, in my opinion. This is great for like 3 or 4 things. So the first thing this is great for is Christmas. You put that in a stocking because it's a $15 thing. You throw one of them in there, it's random. Your kid opens it up, your husband opens it up, your wife, if she's into cards, opens it up. Perfect stocking stuffer. So right off the bat, that's great. Next thing this is good for is Easter, right? Cool. Easter, sweet. You put it in an Easter basket again. You get to rip it open. It's fun. It's a little gimmicky. It's kind of fun. It's sort of cool in that regard. Again, though, it's just that, right? But I like it if you just want a few random cards and you're like, oh, I'll spend, 15, 30, $45, $60. Maybe I'll spend like $75 on this and get 5 autos. And you don't know what you're going to get in there. It's kind of cool for that as well. But that's what this is, right? It's not bad. I think it's exactly worth what I paid for it. And in particular, I think it's a $15 card. And I think some of these probably are worth a little bit more than 15, and some of these might not be worth $15 at all. But you are taking a risk. It is a fun thing to open up, and it's a nice little gimmick thing. So again, if you're just like a card collector and you want a little variety, you want to open stuff up, you like Leaf Metal, and you want some autos at a relatively cheap price and a little bit of randomness, this is a great product for that. If you are definitely looking, for Panini or Tops or things like that, this is definitely maybe not your cup of tea. And I got to be honest, and I call things the way I want to call them here, is that this is fun for me because, hey, what's up, Eric? How are you? I've known Eric for a while, guys. Eric Soto. Back in the days of comic stuff. So yeah, so I'm just opening up some autos, pulled 4 holiday packs from Leaf Metal, and $15 a piece for these in random packs. So as I was stating, obviously I like, buying a lot of cards. I like buying stuff for this channel. I also like, just mixing up variety and pulling random stuff because that's always fun. It's always good content. But obviously I was going along the lines of saying that if you are looking for, the Topps brand, or you're looking for Panini or things of that nature, obviously Leaf Metal, there's nothing wrong with a Leaf Metal card. They do great stuff. I love their Leaf Anime Nation stuff. But obviously it is not Topps. It is not Panini. It's not a Panini autograph. If you were looking for a Jalen Brunson auto, you wouldn't want to get it from Leaf Metal, if that makes any sense. But obviously Leaf Metal targets a different audience. They have a different caliber, and it might very well be that a guy like Mario Anderson Jr. Might be in college and might not be being looked at by Bowman or Topps or Panini or any of those people, and here it is. And for all I know, he could be, a freshman, a sophomore, or he could be like a 4th round, quarterback pick at some point. So or like a fourth round draft quarterback pick. So again, this is where this goes. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what it is. But again, I like this stuff, right? Again, 15 bucks, fun autos. I got no complaints with that. I think it's a pretty good product. But again, you have to know what you're buying with these products because this is the type of stuff where you're looking for things that are outside of Tops, outside of Panini. This is that type of product. And so for 60 bucks, I can take a $60 risk. And that's the whole thing. And I'm a card collector. I'm obviously a card flipper. I'm a card seller and all that stuff. And I don't know the value of this stuff. I don't off the top of my head. Um, for all I know, some of this stuff could be worth $5. It could also be worth 50 bucks. And some of the leaf metal stuff has gone both ways. And so that's the other thing too, is that they do a lot of stuff. And I don't know in this set in particular, obviously you pulled 4 sports people, but I don't know if there's celebrities in this set. I don't know if there's other stuff in this set because Leaf Metal does a lot of sports stuff that are a little bit off the beaten path. They do a lot of sports people who are not signed exclusively to Tops or Panini. They also do a lot of celebrities. So they've done people like Mandy Rose. They've done people like Haley Steinfeld. They've done Zoe Saldana. They've done Ralphie, who plays Ralphie. They've done Clint Eastwood. They've done Pete Davidson. They've done oh man, I can't think of who they've done. I think they probably have done Bradley Cooper at some point. They've probably done Al Pacino. They've done for sure. So the point is that Leaf Metal is a fascinating company for that. So if there are celebrities in here, that also is a game changer because I don't know if there is. So don't quote me on this. But let's just say Pete Davidson. There's a Pete Davidson one of these out there. Just using him as a good example, that's fascinating, right? If they're celebrities and it's not just sports in these. And so all of a sudden you might be pulling a Pete Davidson or you might be pulling a Haley Steinfeld or a Zoe Saldana. Those autographs could be worth real money. And so now that changes things massively. So that's the other thing to keep in mind and keep in the back of your head is that there might be a lot of money and room and some other stuff in play here with some of this stuff. So it's pretty cool. Pretty happy with it. 15 bucks, a lot of fun. If you buy 2 or 3 of these and just rip them open and you're having a good time, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to know what you're buying with this product. But overall, I like the product. I'm pretty happy with it. I wasn't expecting much from it. But again, if you're like, I want top baseball stuff, maybe this product isn't for you. So keep that in mind. But obviously, as I stated, I enjoy the product. I think it's a good one. It's fun to rip open packs, stuff like this. It's a lot of fun to do that. Again, it's the suspense, it's the enjoyment, and I had a good time ripping it. So there you go, everybody. So I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty, thrilled with the product, and that's everything that I do. So thank you for that, everybody. And again, I hope you enjoy this. And I just wanted to share this and the randomness and everything that I do. And as I've always been stating for a while now, obviously I buy and sell a lot of cards. I got some really cool stuff up in my store that is Pop Anime Comics Collectibles. And I sell and buy, as I stated, a lot of cards. So just recently I have a Jalen Brunson in my store. Auto. I have a Jalen Brunson Viper in my store. I have some Boston Celtic cards that are dual autograph cards in there. I got a, excuse me. I got a lot of Leaf Metal Anime Nation. Carry a lot of baseball, a lot of football, and a lot of WNBA stuff. And I got a lot more coming in the next few weeks. So definitely, if you're looking for cards, I got you covered. Again, that is Pop Anime Comics Collectibles on eBay, or just type in Pop Anime Comics and you will find me on the internet, and then you could find my eBay store from there. And I carry a lot of good stuff, guys, and I carry a lot of rare cards. So if you're looking for that type of stuff and expensive cards, definitely check out my eBay store first and foremost. And furthermore, if you do not see what you're looking for, ask, because I may have it. It just might not be listed. And if I don't have it, there's a good chance that I know somebody who does have it or something equivalent to what you're looking for, and I will direct you to the right direction and to the right place. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will catch you in my next video.